Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all times. It is a broad spectrum reading. It is available to anyone whenever they see it. It is originally created for Saturday, the 26th of November. But if you're seeing it on a different day and it still applies, by all means to utilize it. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which populates in the lower left-hand corner. So if you want to check that out, you certainly can. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu. And there is housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about, what cards I'm using, how to follow me on social media, and easy ways to support the channel. Real easy ways to support the channel are hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, and by all means leave me a question or comment. Let's see what's going on for the 26th of Saturday, the 26th of November. What card is at play? So we have the Eight of Swords. Now, we have seen this card a bit this month, but with this card, it's like freeing ourselves from limitation and thought, right? Freeing ourselves from, not allowing ourselves to be caught in our minds. With this Eight of Swords in particular, I feel like we're emblazoning our thoughts. Even if they're negative, we're like kind of utilizing them maybe as weapons or really putting them to work, freeing ourselves and letting ourselves go, listening to our own intuition, letting the planets line up behind us, and getting ourselves out of a sort of a sticky, funky, negative thought situation, right? She to me always appears like from this place of joy and compassion, where she's being compassionate to herself, even if her mind is somewhat restrictive or bothering her, right? She's taking two of those swords and almost wielding them as weapons, right? So there might be two, thoughts or ideas that we have that, maybe limit us or hold us back, that we need to like pick up and swing around and utilize as an opportunity to gain strength, to gain perspective, to gain power. I feel empowered by this card. Eights are about balance. So we very well might become in balance with limiting thoughts of our own or those around us, right? If we have thoughts of other people, limiting us or telling us we can't do that or that's not appropriate, you know what? Fuck them. That's how I feel with this card. I'm kind of over it. It's like picking those thoughts, those swords up and getting them the hell out of our way so that we can move forward in power and solidarity. Now let's go to the Hip Hop Queen's Oracle. We have Salt and Pepper. Yesterday we saw Spinderella. The word is sexuality. So again, we're not alone in this, right? We can own who we are, and we can own who we are at every level, even if we're a little bit insecure, even if we're a little bit scared, even if we're a little bit like unsure of ourselves. Sexuality is a little bit, intense of a word, but I feel like this is us owning our power, maybe our divine feminine power, and using it to our advantage, to our opportunity, embracing ourselves at a level that maybe others wouldn't. Sexuality is somewhat forbidden or kind of looked down upon. Not today. We're going to wield that with power. We're going to release ourselves from it, not allow it to like hold us back. Now let me read you Salt and Pepper. Sexiness, intimacy, romance, sensuality, and expression. When Salt and Pepper hopped on stage in matching 8-ball leather jackets and leggings, performing synchronized pelvic thrusts to their song Push It, they were doing much more than adding another euphemism for sex to our vocabularies. They were thrusting the conversations in hip-hop towards a more progressive consciousness, ultimately exemplified by their single Let's Talk About Sex being remixed to Let's Talk About AIDS to educate the masses in the throes of the epidemic. S&P uncovered the good and the bad that could result from physical attraction, while simultaneously imploring women to vocalize their wants and needs. And as the first female rap group to go platinum, they showed that a little push could lead to big wins. So let's talk about sex. Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you craving emotional intimacy more than physical touch? Both desires could be present. The key is to delve into those desires and season them up with some salt and pepper. Nobody enjoys blandness, so spice up your life. This newly awoken sexual energy will course through your body every day, through your everyday life, with a current you'll feel in each part of your body. Over time, these sensations will be easier to tap into on command. It'll make you want to shoot for sure. I feel like this is, if anybody places limitations on us about who we are, what we want, what we need, what we desire, fuck them. That's this feeling. That's the Eight of Swords. I feel like she's saying no, not today. I am embracing who I am, what I need, where my needs need to be met, and they're standing clear on that and almost standing defiantly, listening to their internal wisdom and their internal needs, their internal thoughts, even if those thoughts were, maybe we were struggling with before, we're freeing ourselves from them. We're not allowing them to hold us back anymore. Let's look at the clarifiers. We have the Five of Cups. This is about sort of let down, sadness, not being aware, looking at sort of what we've lost rather than what we still have, which is the Two of Cups behind us, and the river's right there. We can refill our cups. If we're downtrodden because we're not getting what we need to go out and get it for ourselves, is what Salt and Pepper is telling me. Don't let other people's opinions or whatever affect our emotions and harm us. Here's that damn Two of Pentacles again. This is about a decision. Is this the right thing for us? Are we being treated correctly? Are we being embraced whole, full, in a way that we deserve, right? Are we being seen? Are we being heard? That's the question here. And then the last card is the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo energy, but the Hermit is about finding that inner light within, that spiritual answer that we need within, going inward and being true to ourselves. We see some of that going inward in the Eight of Swords with her blindfold on her. We might need the wisdom of the Hermit to be able to own exactly what our light is and who we are. And if other people don't see it and that causes us sadness, or maybe even them sadness, maybe there's others around us that don't want us to embrace these parts of ourselves, or they don't want us to be freed from limiting thoughts. They don't want us to be able to make a decision. Well, you know what? The clarity of the Hermit says, well, screw that. It's our turn to make that decision, to be courageous, to do the inner work, to search inside, to find what it is we need to know so that we can live whole, creative lives and be, I'm just going to say this word because it came out on right before I saw the grounding stone, to be happy. We need to ground in our own happiness today. Even if that happiness is something as simple as feeling sexy, feeling attractive, feeling free and liberated from other things that limited us in our thoughts and our emotions and people, situations, relationships that told us we're not allowed to have that happiness or we can't own it in that way. Crap. That's just a bunch of crap. Ground in your happiness, be courageous, own who you are, what you are at every level, even the most base levels, right? Which is this sort of sexuality. Push it. And what I mean by push it is push the limits. Push your own limits, your mental limits, your emotional limits, your, decisions. Go deep within and find the answer, the light within, and listen to that light, because that light is the true spiritual center of who you are and what you know to be true. That light will lead you to your happiness, will allow you to own unabashedly everything that you deserve, want, and need. And don't let other people, we saw such a powerful set of women yesterday. And I think that maybe sometimes that power can be off-putting to others. And so this might be a reluctance or a pullback in that to maybe, shine, dull our shine so that we don't intimidate others. Don't do that. Pursue your own happiness. Find your light. Find your wisdom. Do the deep dive. Make the decision. Fill your cups back up. Keep on moving. Do not let other people and their limitations stop you or hold you back, right? Go in there and make the most of it. Don't let other people and their limitations become your own, is kind of the feeling that I'm getting with this reading, right? Even that Two of Pentacles feels like indecision. If somebody else has got indecision about who you are or what you're worth or how sexy you may be or how they're treating you might make you feel limited or unhappy, don't. Go inward, back off, take some time out for yourself. talk to yourself and find the answers and the powers that are within that hermit, and then find your own happiness. Let that light in within the wisdom of the hermit lead you to that happiness, towards that happiness. That happiness may not be dependent upon the situation or person or ideas that are limiting you, that you might be struggling with or juggling right now. But what they're doing is they're bringing you to a place of maybe emotional sadness or mental insecurity that you need to free yourself from. The truth lies within your light, within the deepest form of who you are and what you deserve, and owning it at every level, like Salt and Pepper would, you know? They would not necessarily stop for anyone else. They were singing about stuff in the rap world that was like inappropriate for women to be singing about. Well, you know what? Too friggin' bad. You know, it made them happy, and it was a banger of a jam that we all still sing and know every word to at this point. So go out, be happy, trust your light, do the work. This is the end of your reading. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. For those of you that do watch, thank you so very much. Let me know if these readings are resonating with you. I hope they're helping, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow to see how this transforms. A new week's ahead. All right, take care. Bye-bye.